My name is Veer, and today we are going to see, how we can run the same test with different data set. Okay, so let's see. First of all, the problem statement, what we are going to do in this particular video, and then we'll go to the solution. Okay, so till now we had checked these eye level menu items and verified it using the array. Okay, now let's say you wanted to verify the sub menu items inside the catalog or cells. Okay, then the customers and the promotions. Okay, so if you can see, the steps are same. We are doing what we are doing, we are just going clicking on this, and we are getting the text and comparing whether that text is correct or not. Okay, so this is kind of repeating code or a repeating scenario that you wanted to verify. Okay, so for that what you can do is I have done is uh, I had created one uh, input or a fixture file or a data file where what I have done, I have created a JSON, okay, which has the data in the form of key value pair. Okay, so if you can see catalog and their sub menu items as a array, cells and their sub menu items as an uh, array, customers and so on. So for each and every menu item, what I did, I had kept everything into a file. Okay, now how you can use this particular file in Cypress and how you can make your test data driven, or you can generate dynamic test using the Cypress. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So what for ready reference, what I have done, I had created one sample test file, and if you can see the first statement over here. So uh, here I am importing the menu. So by default, what it will do, it will give you all the content that are present inside the menu.json, and will keep it in one of the variable called as menus. Okay, so it has every content of the file into this particular thing. Okay, then as we do describe and I had written a block like describe verify menu, and inside it if you can see over here object dot keys. Okay, so as JSON stores the data in the form of menu in the form of key and value. Okay, so we can utilize the same thing using the Java's one of the functionality, JavaScript object functionality. It has one method called as keys, and we have to pass the data here, and for each key what we are doing, we are repeating this particular test case. Okay, so here key is nothing but, in our case, the key is nothing but the promotion, and values are nothing but these particular values. Okay, so the same thing what we have done over here. Okay, so for each key, what we are telling, create this test key, or execute this test. Okay, uh, so let's say we are so this particular loop will execute like for each key in this particular menu. So whatever the keys that are present, this particular test will execute. So first of all, what it will do, it will pick up the first key, and then it will try to first visit this particular website, then it will try to log in, and then I have used one of the dependency from the Cypress or say plugin. uh, I'll quickly show you that as well, called as Cypress XPath. So it will help you to write the XPath in Cypress. Okay, so Cypress can also support the XPath. So here if you can see, I had created one XPath p normalize space key. So what it will do, it will create a XPath that will allow you to get this particular menu. Okay, so and how this menu value will be picked, it will be picked from your JSON file. Okay, so this will be your, for example, this will be your key, and these are your values for that particular key. Okay, so here if you can see what I'm doing XPath uh, cy.xpath, and then passing that particular locator, and I'll come to the first letter. We can just remove that, and I'll save this. Okay, and after that, we have already created, one method or a Cypress custom command that will verify the menu. So basically, this command, I'll just quickly show you that as well. So what that particular command does is for the locator specified and the menu list specified, it will try to compare the text. Okay, so first of all, it will try to identify all the elements using that particular locator, and then using the Cypress, uh, one of the jQuery thing, it will try to get the text, and it will try to compare with the value that we had specified. Now let's see how we can test that particular code, and how the execution happens in the Cypress. So for ready reference, what I have done, quickly had opened the Cypress as well, and I'll start that particular test. Okay, so I'm just running that test file, dynamic test. Okay, so if you can see, even though we had written only single it block, because of this object.keys, it has dynamically created uh, the number of test cases based on the values or the keys that are present inside this menu.json. Okay, and also we are getting the data to be compared from this particular json file as well. So here we are doing two things. We are reading the data from the uh, json file, and also we are generating the data test dynamically based on that particular data. So first of all, what it will do, it will verify the menu items that are present inside the catalog. Then it will do the same for the cells. Then it will go for the customers, and so on. So basically, it is using the same code but with different data altogether. And I'll show you, why the customers test cases will fail. Okay, and how we can get or resolve that particular issue. So if you can see, it has given the error saying that can only be called on a single element. Okay, so basically you can call the click action on a element if if the locator or the get method returns only a single element. Okay, but in case of customer, what is happening is, under the customers as well, there is one text called as customers, because of which this particular test got failed. Okay, so if you had seen previously, there was first return. The reason being using that first method on that particular locator is it will get the first element. If there are multiple elements returned, and it will try to click on that particular element. Okay, so if you can see, it has now executed four tests. It is executing the fifth one, no, sorry, sixth one, and then it will execute the remaining two. Okay. So meanwhile, what we'll do, I'll just change that particular code over here, saying that instead of direct click, I'll just click on the first element. Click on the first element. Okay. Let's see. I have not saved that particular file, so that execution will be re-triggered. Because first of all, uh, let's try to complete the execution for all these tests. Okay, so it is doing the execution for the last menu item. Okay, so it has completed the execution, 7 tests has passed and 1 has failed. Now what we'll do, we'll just change this particular value on first dot click, and let's see whether all the tests are passing or not. So I'll just save this, and if you can see, the test execution is re-triggered. So what I'll do, I'll quickly pause the video until all the test execution gets completed, and then I'll resume. Okay, so that we'll save some time in the video. Now if you can see, the customer test case has been passed. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys, where we had seen how we can use the one of the object.keys method to execute the same test with multiple or different data sets. Thank you. Thanks for watching.